Alright, music is here, coming back again with that Oberon Prime gameplay in Mott. This is the loadout I use. And this is the build that I run. If you want to swap out Natural Talent for Intensify and still charge for Growing Power, that's going to get you to that 170% point with minimal mod use. So another option would be Transient Fortitude and Power Drift if you wanted to make use of another aura, but I feel like it lowers duration too much in conjunction with Fleeting Expertise. So I try to stick away from it because if I use Fleeting Expertise and Transient Fortitude together, I find that I need to use Primed Continuity to make up for that lack of a mod. If I use Transient Fortitude, I have to use Primed Continuity to have a decent amount of duration. So I try to stick away from that now. So the Natural Talent, that allows me to get the 2 casts. Well, it's 3 casts, but it's as quick as 2. Energy doesn't tend to be an issue here. And I'm able to make use of the extra melee damage from Still Charge. Unseen Mongoose. Oh, the Kubrao is probably going to dig. I'm streaming, by the way. Just so everyone knows. Here we go. Dog can dig some more. Alright, we should be able to put money up for this. I think that that'll be like one of my giveaways in the future. Once I get to the point like which door leads to the life support. There we go. That was a lucky guess. And this is my favorite room. So the reason why this is my favorite room, you could use this for line of sight. All of these. Slide over, smack. Slide over, smack. So it's extremely useful. Being able to make use of line of sight, that's going to be very nice. Being able to avoid the hit entirely is definitely important, more so than the damage resistance. Right now, I'm going to just run around in dirt because Phoenix Renewal's up and these enemies, even though they do 300% more damage, they're not really a threat so much, so long as I got Phoenix Renewal up. The other nice thing too is the Keshag and the Atarax works for this as well. The thing that I don't like about the Atarax is with this weapon, if I'm in this spot and I go to hit someone, it's able to, oh, the Kubrao got him, but I'm able to hit him from way back here, so it allows me to make more use of line of sight. See how I'm able to get them all the way at that doorway? That's like one of the little things that I like about the Keshag, because it has such a high vertical reach that it allows me to do some tricks that I wouldn't be able to do otherwise. So the reason why I have the miter out is it's my utility weapon. I am able to pop bubbles with it, and that's very important here, being able to get rid of those bubbles as they start stacking up. The other weapon that I use is the Phona Prime. I use that for priority targets. This Keshag I use for crowd clear. If you were to try to run a similar setup but you don't have Maiming Strike, there are plenty of weapons that have really solid crowd clear. So I Ignis Wraith, any of the heavy blades, Toncore Toncore and Sinoid Similar used to be really big with it, but the Tsar, the Zenistar, there are plenty of weapons that also make excellent crowd clear options. This is just my favorite. Being able to cast his abilities in mid-air also allows you to benefit from hidden stat evasion. So that's important because that's why I like being able to cast my abilities in mid-air so much, because I do get that hidden stat. I get to benefit from basically they have reduced accuracy when they target me when I'm using any sort of maneuver, be it a slide, a roll, or a bullet jump. For example, you hear Volt players complain that the cast animation gets too long and they die in the animation. That's not an issue for Oberon players so much, because we could bullet jump, roll, and in mid-air just throw out a Reckoning. I love that Phoenix Renewal lets me play very derpy. Like it suits my play style. Just being able to go into hordes of enemies and through the use of slides, and that's another reason why I like Maiming Strike, the mobility that it offers, just being able to slide and just keep on going. And the slide attacks also provide momentum. And momentum, that prevents you from getting the stagger locked or knocked down. So you could go through, if you make good use of your crowd control, you could not only the crowd control, but just your kit and line of sight. You're able to go so far with that alone. I'm just gonna clear the area. Because of the fact that I got natural talent, I was able to drop hollowed grounds all around pretty quickly, and that was cool. I still had just enough time to get the revive. Oh, I'm gonna go back. Got a little low on health. That's cool though. That's a trip. Yeah, the way you set up your kit is definitely very important. Being able to have a weapon that is suited to handle anything that may come in the mission. So, Miter for bubbles, the Reckoning for the armor strip, the Euphona for the burst damage that it's able to provide, that is able to ignore armor in case I don't have the energy to pull off the triple Reckoning, and this for the crowd clear, the Kesh Egg. So, oh, there we go. I didn't even see that Vor was here. Here, just gonna take care of him real quick. Make sure everyone around me is CC'd. Did he disappear? Oh. That took a few hits to kill. Wow, that's surprising. And that Osprey was way up in the air. I call all those Ospreys. Anything that floats in this game, it's an Osprey. Alright, so this would be a great opportunity because everyone is so close to get that renewal off. Er, So we were able to use the triple reckoning to get those guys. We're still doing good on energy. Oh, oh, I thought I activated that on time. Oops. I thought I fired my miter at the bubble. I must not have registered. Oh, I'm gonna have to go up and make sure I get that renewal on everyone. There we go. So we're kind of low on life support. I'm gonna grab some. I honestly, I probably should have grabbed that sooner, just so that they could start respawning that much more quickly. Normally, I'll try to grab those around like unless we're camping and there's a ton of life support just chilling everywhere. I'll try to grab those at around 60%. That way they come back that much sooner, right? No use just letting them sit and wait. And it seems like that was just the right amount. Oh, probably gonna lose my combo multiplier. Yep. That's another nice thing. During Oberon's cast, he does have immunity to knockdown, so nothing's gonna stop you from using it. Here we go. Alright. I'm wondering where all the... He probably has the spawns over there. Yep. Gonna clean that up for him. There we go. Now we could all get together. Jeez. I keep running into those. What am I doing this game? It's like Ooh, so that right there, I should have set down a hollowed ground prior to entering the room. See how I'm able to get those guys on top of the staircases, though? I'm able to make use of these narrow areas, take advantage of the line of sight that they provide me, and take out the enemies around the corners with, no matter how high up the stairs they are. The hitbox for this weapon, it's like a wall. Before this, I would use, like Galatine or War. Those heavy blades also have excellent hitboxes. I really like the Cleaving Whirlwind. I know that Temple Royale is probably the more popular of the two, but the 7 spins of at the end of that Broken Bull combo, they each hit for 400% damage, and each of those swings, not only is it hitting for 400%, it's hitting twice. So the damage for that is also spectacular. If you don't have Maiming Strike, but you're able to get that, you're just fine. That's like another damage mod that you're able to make use of, because instead of Maiming Strike, you're able to, let's say, like with my build, I have Maiming Strike, I have all the crit mods, except for I don't have True Steel in the build, but this doesn't really benefit all that much from it due to the base 7.5% crit chance. But just taking what I have and removing Maiming Strike and Buzzkill, you could just slap Viral on, and it's just excellent. The other thing I like about the Cleaving Whirlwind is the forward combo. It does the overhead smash, so the nice thing about that is if you want to be a blender, then use the pause combo, the spin to win. But if you want to make use of the I'm sorry, I'm like forgetting my words here. So if you want to be a blender, you make use of the spin to win. If you want to kill something that's in front of you and like directly in the air, then that's amazing as well. Sweet. So far, so good. I should play music in the background. Like I, it sucks because I watch a lot of streams and YouTube as well, and it'd be cool if I had at least some sort of sound going in the background. Okay, so I'm gonna play a little safe. I'm gonna get in range of them. There we go. Yeah, so if you wanted to use like an Ignis Wraith to just melt through everything, or a Czar, and then you were to use the melee, for example, for priority targets, instead of how I have it set up for my secondary takes care of that, then you could try Covert Lethality, excellent for priority target killing on melee weapons. Vanka Prime, any of the short range weapons. The Prisma Dual Cleavers that just came in from Barrow, that's an excellent weapon for killing priority targets. The damage that the Swirling Tiger brings, this there's like a combo. I believe the combo itself is called Swirling Tiger. But basically it's the pause combo and it hits 6 times and it does, I believe, 25% bonus damage on each hit. Here we go. Hit everyone up with that. Popped it with my miter. The Kubrau doesn't typically have issues with surviving, so long as I keep active. See how I'm like going from one corner to another? That's how I avoid getting hit. I always try to find rooms, and I typically play solo because I it, I know what to look for when I'm on my own. Like, I know the spots where, hey, I could get line of sight. Hey, I know that my weapon could hit that high. It's weird because typically how the squad play works in this game, a lot of it's just a lot of camping. I really like this kind of, like, we're sticking in the same big room so that the spawns all come to our big room. I This is my favorite thing. I like this kind of gameplay, but I don't like the tunnel strat. It like throws me off. I Here we go. So I'm doing pretty well on energy. I'm not gonna try and make any plays just yet. When I start getting low on energy, let's say around 200 left, that's when I start, hey, I better do something crazy, like let them shoot me or something. Like, hey, I need energy. Take some shots, come back with full energy. Pop that bubble. Nope. Here we go. I should have cast my Reckoning before I left line of sight. How did Unseen not get the renewal buff? There we go. Must have been an issue with the UI. There we go. There's a death. That's good. So, I'm full on energy, and I just gotta play it safe now. Played a little smart. Just, I know that this is a safe room. I know that I could get away with a lot in here. I'm still gonna help out the team, but here. Get a little bit of armor reduction so I can mow through the crowd. So I haven't taken any health damage yet, and what shielding damage I did take, that's something that will be deflected by shield gating in the future. So far so good. Not deflected, I just mean it wouldn't have been enough to damage my hit points. So we just gotta play it cool for 20 odd seconds. Here we go. I can cast that through LOS, drop them, and then clean it up. Oops, here we go. Slide over. I got 4 seconds. I'm going to finish this off. Oh, okay, so he's all caps, let me die. Okay, so he must have lost his, like, sentinel or something. I don't know. He, like, really needed to have his, I don't know. Probably his sentinel died, maybe. Oh, God, and the Trinity still revived him. Trinity's not reading chat. Uh, he's probably not able to benefit from vacuum, and he wants to. So I'm gonna go down. Because I have Phoenix Renewal, I am safe to make a play on this. I could get sniped, whatever happens. Try to make your deaths meaningful. So if you die with Phoenix Renewal, make sure it's by choice. Like, okay, 40%, I need to get this. If I die getting this, at least I got the objective. Using the Phoenix Renewal cooldown to die in order to save a teammate in the middle of a big crowd. Just stuff like that. Here we go. Gonna slide over, smack. I see enemies on my radar, gonna knock them down, get them ready. Boom. This is how we do it. See, I don't know if he's trying to die that time. Jeez, I hate stealth. I feel like it's a cheat code. I could just kinda, who cares if I die, right? All this strategy talk that we're going over. Uh, um, oh geez. So that's not good. The reticle. There we go. So that's something that I need to learn. I need to learn exactly where and how I can make the best use out of that miter, because I shot the wall a couple times in that scenario. So I need to figure out exactly how far out I need to be in order to get those shots off. There we go. 1, 2, smack. So now I should be good to drop the renewal on both of them. I could throw this on onslaught. Unseen, I mean. Here we go. So just got sniped. Back to our safe place. Yeah, that was kind of bad. I shouldn't have died with full energy. That was a bad decision to just run up on a nullifier. I should have popped it from a distance and then taken care of everything from there. So, gonna run over. We do need to get the life support. And I don't have a Phoenix renewal, so if anyone's going to get it, now's the time to get it. Okay, so I'm just gonna kill this bombard and then run over and grab it, because... Okay, he got it. I thought I was the only one that saw that the timer was almost up. Oh, so I see the numbers start to come up, so I know that there are enemies in this area. Got him. What the? Oh, Ash. Here we go. One, two. The better place to get them would be from here, and then finish them off from the outside. So, just chilling right here and stripping them, it may work now, but later on, that'll just get me killed. So I just need to get... I need to play early like I would late. Like, just because I could get away with something now, maybe I'm creating bad habits for myself. From over. 1, 2, 3. Slide in. One, 2, 3. So, oh, weird. So I need to take a hit. I'm getting low on energy. I don't want to take a hit from this guy though. Here we go. Oh, killed everything. Here we go. Let's get the energy up a tad. Awesome. So getting a tad low, 40%, 50% life support. Okay. I should have started that information. I should have started that reckoning while I was in the air. I feel like I started that last reckoning a little late. Haha, I got him as he was jumping off. Sweet. There we go. So, if you guys haven't noticed, I have not activated a focus school yet. And not only have I not activated a focus school, but all these build parts, the only prime mod that I'm using is primed flow, I believe, on my Oberon build. So very easy to build. I'd argue that maybe primed flow, you could turn it down to flow and you'll be just fine. As we're seeing, like, not running into issues. With flow, you probably wouldn't, you'd have to, the only difference between flow and primed flow is you'd have to look for people to hit you more often, I guess. If, ways that you can, so, before I get into ways that you can make the build better, I just wanted to get in on the point that everything that I'm using is very easily obtainable. You don't need Oberon Prime, you don't need, oh, let's take some damage. 4, 3, 2, sweet. So you don't need Oberon Prime, you could have regular Oberon, it worked with him as well. You could have, you don't need the Cachet, you could use just a regular old Galatine. You could use the Galatine Prime, you could Ignis Wraith, that's an easy weapon to get your hands on. And because I know that Maiming Strike is not easily obtainable. So, of all the things, I don't know, everything is very capable of being done by any player. And I just want to place emphasis on that. Like, this isn't like something that you can't do. Because, again, all the mods on the Oberon, aside from the primed flow, very easy to get your hands on. I don't believe, I think the only corrupted mod I'm using is Fleeting Expertise. If you are using a Oberon Prime, this build will not require a Forma. If you are using a regular Oberon, I believe it's only one Forma, but I could be wrong about that. Oh, look at that. Check that out. Hey, glitched into the wall. I believe it is one Forma, though. So, it's just a matter of knowing the different places in the map that you can make use of, because you don't want to be standing still. You always want to be moving. Like, I know I've been doing a lot of running around, in the stream, but that's not ideal. You're going to want to constantly slide, roll, slide, done, stuff like that. Just, you're benefiting from the evasion, so you're not getting hit at all, and you get a damage resistance bonus while you are rolling also. So, just by being mobile, you'll be just fine. And I'm also not using a focus school. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but again, it's just to demonstrate that anyone can do this. If you wanted to make this build better in solo play, maybe a Vazarin, so that you don't so that it's easier to go for those revives. Maybe a Moderize so that your abilities. I don't know if the Moderize, if Moderize still raises your ability damage, but it's just a nice damage bonus, if anything at all, right? Okay, so, and again, that the dog that I'm using, the Kubrau, it's not, none of its mods are maxed out, and I'm not even using any of the costly mods. They're all really all you need is Link Health and Animal Instinct for this to work. And Animal Instinct is the mod that provides you with, what's it called? It provides you with radar. So again, we transitioned rooms. I found ways, okay, there's my line of sight. Enemies are coming from here. Slide in, get over here, slide out, hit them, in, out. Keep everyone CC'd as I go. And every time I move, I try to keep my surroundings very much like aware, like try to be as aware as possible of my surroundings. Like I could hit them, I know that they're still getting up, so I can make use of the knockdown. Alright, so this right here, I'm in an open space. It's a smaller room. I know that my Reckoning could reach across, so I'm going to be using it a lot. Here we go. So, I'm going to try not to take any damage while doing all this. I know that there are a lot of enemies, but let's just see how it works, if I'm able to get away with it. Just by making use of the cooldowns, now I'm going to charge away here in the air, so I benefit from the evasion. Slide over, pop that, and I took damage, shoot. I wonder if that's something that, no. Here we go. It's nice practice just saying like, hey, can I avoid taking damage, period. And if the better you are at avoiding taking damage, the less you're going to need to have so much damage resistance and the builds and whatnot. Because again, this is 40 minutes in a mott. The enemies are, so that's a level 84 Corrupted Lancer. That means the Xmas units that we're seeing are probably in the 80s. I'm like not being the world's best teammate right now. And not in the 80s. That means the Xmas units are probably in the hundreds. Oh, drop. I should have had hollowed ground set up. One, two, three. Okay, so level 95 is an Xmas unit. I wanted to check that out for you guys before I left. Alright. Oh, one, two. Ah, GG. Wish we could have gone on at least for another 20 minutes, at least, right? But that was a good game. Had a lot of fun. If I had Universal Vacuum, I would have gotten a lot more, but you know, it's fine. I really like what the Kubrau brings to the table. I like that he's able to grab those enemies at times, you know, that could be life-saving. And I like what he brings to a team. So, right, that was a good game. I said good game, right? GG. So, I'm out. Thanks for watching the stream, guys.